Well, hello there friends, Stag here. Welcome back to my channel where I showcase the creation process of my lowbrow and gothic fantasy art and ramble the art things. Today's painting is titled The Reanimator. So I've been really zoning in the last many videos on a certain topic to ramble about, as opposed to just rambling aimlessly. I have too many stops and uhs, and I'm just not all that great at talking. So today I want to talk about, have I always wanted to be an artist? Yes. Okay, bye. Well, the first thought of a career in my childhood was, of course, art. I was always drawing and always passionate about it. I wasn't a kid that interacted much, and I found it easier to select a corner and bring the paper, while the other kids did all the things. But when it came time to play art gallery with my older brother and cousin, I naturally was the artist. I've had a few supportive teachers of my art through the years, one of which was my first grade teacher, Mrs. Tillett. She left a huge impact. She was a wonderful teacher and one of the only ones I bothered to remember the name of. I'm still happy to run into her every now and again, though I doubt she will ever see this video. But as I grew older, things became a little more jaded with the arts. I realized from learning about the artist, they were all dead. And when you heard of Van Gogh and learning early on that he lived very poorly, and he tried to pay his rent with his paintings, and he wore the clothes until they fell off his back, then there was always the random adult condescending or discouraging art. Or I was just getting in trouble for art. At some point, by 3rd or 4th grade, I grew into the notion of art was just a hobby. Without even thinking about all the art I would see every day from living prolific artists, it wasn't something that felt attainable anymore. So career choice for little old me was slightly more skewed towards being a vet at that time, something to do with animals, but even then I wasn't that serious because I knew I hated school and I wasn't going to follow through. I grew up spending most of my time on my grandparents' farm and I was always surrounded by animals, so it was just kind of a natural thing for me. I eventually wanted to get into wildlife rehabilitation and work with exotic animals, but to get proper licensing you need so many years experience in my area. Has always been spotty with centers and their locality and their ease of getting to. I have rehabilitated several squirrels for release though, but it's something I still dream looking forward is maintaining like my own shelter for animals, but with health limitations. If I can't get better, that won't happen without some help. But I want to get my art business to a degree of success. I can just pour 10, 20, even more % of profits into a local no-kill shelters to decrease burden on the shelters or to increase their availability for intake. That is just a personal goal I want to fulfill eventually within my lifetime. Somewhere, though, between middle school and high school, I was really into science, specifically genetics. I wanted to be a mad scientist, absolutely. But again, I really don't want to apply myself. I couldn't see myself going to school for so many years, taking so many subjects I didn't like, simply for the credits for a degree. But it's still a subject that highly interests me today. I wonder, what if I did pursue it? We might all have handheld lizard goat perpetual energy machines. Probably not. But around in high school, I got really into comics, more specifically like indie comics from small publishers. And I was amazed you could just draw some creepy shit and do a comic. Like, people would buy this. Like, it was completely new to me. Like, I figured if you wanted to market your art, you had to paint what the majority of people wanted, but that's not necessarily true. So I had set my goal for comics. However, my life didn't really pan out that way. Like, I had some web comics and I just never committed to anything. But it will eventually happen. I still plan on something. I lucked out just drawing and painting what I wanted and selling that. But I still love huge projects. I love creating and the fantasies and the characters, even though I don't always give an in-depth analysis of the meaning within my art. Like, I'd rather whoever likes it to just identify whatever they want with it. But it's not always enough. I have limitations within my style, so it is constantly changing. I want to pursue writing as well. It has been oddly therapeutic and gives the same creative mad science-y obsession I live through with my art. Something as stupid as an emotion, a concept, can burst into so much. Writing is just another outlet. I'm not ready to make writings go public as of yet, but it will happen. My art is my comfort zone. I could care less if someone hates it, because it's very subjective, but I have been sampling my writings to beta readers, and I'm slowly getting more confident, so I'll get there. But I was born to create. I struggle with outside factors that I cannot control, and then stress and stuff that just seeps into your life. I live a simple, quiet life, and will one day be a collector of cats. With art, I can control a world and destroy it to make it anew, and it's just simply beautiful to me. I don't often share words or, talk all that much, so sometimes doing these videos are a little weird. But anyways, guys, I will leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings. The Reanimator. That was the second time I redid that, and I just screwed it up. I'm not going back. It stays. Was one of those paintings. This painting was one of those paintings I looked forward to, and I'm sure it'll be one of the least favorites of viewers, but it's alive! Anyways, yes, I will leave it at that. Well, thank you guys for watching. You can find me on Patreon, peddling digital coloring pages and monthly mystery packs. You can also find me on Instagram, where I post work in progresses and sketches and all the works. And finally, my website, lowbrowmisfits.com, for all your stag art essentials featuring a menagerie of prints, paintings, stickers, pins, and more. Bye-bye.